Hello everyone, my name is Roy Kirchner. I'm the owner of Ultimate 3D Printing Store out of Tampa, Florida. And I'm here today with Dr. Rick Ferguson. He is a great dentist. He has digitaleducators.com and implant educators and provides courses for dentistry. And we're going to be talking about the brand new printer that was just released by Phrozen 3D printer. It's called the Phrozen Sonic. And Rick, we had sent this printer over to you. Can you tell us a little bit about it and what you think?
Well, Roy, I was so excited to get this printer. I got it Monday morning by FedEx and I started printing on it right away. Worked out the resin profile for our surgical guides. And I'll tell you, this is the next evolution in 3D printing for, at least for our dental products using surgical guides, models, dentures, etc. The speed on this thing is just phenomenal.
Okay.
We were able to go from 15 layer cure times, 15-second layer cure times down to about 3 seconds with our surgical guides. That means we were able to cut our printing speed from about an hour and a half on our test guides to about 30 minutes. Just really phenomenal. What this opens up for us is the ability to do easier same-day surgical guides. So we could get a patient in, do a scan, work up the case, and print that guide for use the very same day.
Gotcha. Now, do you know of any printers that are, let's say, under $7,000 that have this type of speed?
Not at all.
Okay.
If you want that kind of speed, you have to go, at least I'd say $7,000 up. There's some $10,000 printers that might come close to that. But most of the printers that I've seen that can print at that level of speed, you're looking at around $15,000
Okay.
for the kind of reliability that you need.
All right.
This is really a big breakthrough for us. The convenience, the size of the printer, the ease of use. They have a new software workflow that's a lot easier to use than their previous printers. This is going to be a big game changer in the dental industry, I think.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
And then basically the Frozen line, you've used them for a little while, right?
We have, which, the printer itself is similar to the Shuffle and the 4K. Anybody who's already using those printers knows the reliability and the accuracy of those printers compared to some of the other cheaper printers out there. This is sort of a medium range as far as price, but it's certainly worth the extra money for the speed that you're going to get from this printer.
Okay.
You could even think about, instead of buying a more expensive printer, buying a few of these. If you're printing multiple things such as dentures or models, it doesn't make sense to be locked into one printer and then have to change the tanks each time you want to do a print. What we do in our practice is we have a printer that's dedicated for surgical guides. So we have a tank that's filled with surgical guide resin. We really never have to change that out. We just send that print for a surgical guide to that printer. We have another printer that we use for making custom trays. In that printer we have the custom tray resin. And again, our assistants actually do those, and they print all day long custom trays using that one dedicated printer. We also have another one for doing models. So the price point here makes it easy to have multiple printers, so that the ease of use of having several printers with the different resins in them, that we don't have to switch resins each time and have the mess of trying to clean the tanks and so on. It just makes our workflow a lot easier.
And I know, can you talk a little bit about like support? I know that you've had these printers, the Frozen line, and I believe there's like Facebook, you have a Facebook group where
we have a
people
page.
connect,
Yeah.
and then you have courses to learn about the printers.
Sure.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
We have a Facebook page that I created about 2 years ago, and I actually just recently changed the name of the page. It's called the Frozen Shuffle and Anycubic Photon Dental page. You can find that on Facebook under groups. And we give a lot of free support. We work out the settings for the different dental resins, and we post those free of charge on that page. We help people with setting up the prints, learning about it. Of course, the best way to learn how to use one of these printers in your practice is to take a live course. There's certain courses online as well, but going and working with these things in person really makes the difference. So if anybody's interested in that, they can go to digitaleducators.com and see that we have courses on restorative 3D printing and dentistry, making night guards, designing models, custom trays, things like that. Dentures as well, we covered that in the first day of that course. We also have a course on surgical guides, which I teach. The first day of the restorative part, we have Dr. Kurt Valley who teaches that, and I do surgical guides the second day. And then we have Dr. Reynal Gonzalez who teaches how to do clear aligners in office using in-office 3D printing. So we usually run those courses 3 days in a row. You can mix and match, take whichever day you want, or take all 3 days. My recommendation is to take the first day because we really go over the basics of digital technology and 3D printing, and that will prepare you for the subsequent days as well.
And I think
lots of opportunities out there to learn how to use these products and really reduce the cost of doing things in office.
And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, those are like pretty much every month. So
Yeah,
if you're
we're
wanting
usually
to get
doing.
into it,
Yeah, we usually have one of those going on every month. You can go to the website and see what dates we have available. The holidays are coming up, so I don't think we have one next month. We do have one in December coming up.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I appreciate your time today,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
definitely have the opportunity to go through the printer a little bit with you.
Yeah, great to have a chance to talk to you, and I really appreciate the support that you've been giving us in the dental field. As a matter of fact, if you don't mind turning around, I'd like folks to see the back of your shirt. It is so appropriate for what you're doing with your business in the dental field. Thank you, Roy, for what you're doing.